What's up, beautiful people? I am Nay. I am a Cameroonian content creator, and if this is your first time to stumble upon my channel, please do me the honor of liking, of subscribing, and of hitting on that notification bell. So whenever I upload a video, you will be the first to know. Guys, on today's video, I will be telling you guys on how to get a good host. How can I get a good host? Guys, for DV lottery winners, I know most at times, like, it is not even you, like, the fear comes in like after submitting everything, after everything has been done and said. Like, the most important part is finding a host, finding a home for you to come and live here in the States. I know how hard that is because I've been in that. In fact, I've been in that same position, and I can tell you it wasn't easy. Because, guys, finding a good host is very essential if you intend to relocate to the States. And guys, you don't just know a good host by seeing somebody and say, oh, this person might be a good host. No, there are some discussions there are some discussions you ought to have with this person to be able to know if this person is a good host. And I'm going to be sharing my 1 or 2 cents thought on that. I'm going to be telling you guys who I think a good host is and the qualities a good host should possess. So guys, let's get straight into this video. Disclaimer: a horse is not a sponsor. When it comes to the DV lottery, guys, horses, most, like, generally horses do not sponsor, except you have some kind of arrangement with the host that, okay, fine, when the person sponsors you, when you come here, you're going to pay their money, you're going to pay them back. But most of the times horses are not sponsors. Sponsors are like companies might sponsor you for a job to leave Africa and come to the States, meaning, I mean, yeah, from Africa to the States, meaning they're the ones covering the cost of your transport, meaning they're the ones taking care of your travel expenses and all those. But the DV lottery is not a sponsored, it is not a sponsored program. It is the American government giving us Africans the opportunities, not only Africans, the world at large, opportunities to be able to migrate to the States. But they don't, I mean, they don't sponsor it, they don't pay for travel expenses, and so they only give you the opportunity to come here. Travel expenses and everything is on you. So you have to keep that at the back of your mind, that a host is not a sponsor except you have some kind of arrangement with that person, and the US is not going to sponsor for it. They're already giving you the opportunity to move to the States. So sponsorship is going to depend on you, your family, and if in case you have any arrangements with your host. And I also want to make mention of the fact that, guys, before, like, if you know, and as I said on my other video, if you know that you have won the DV lottery, your paperwork has been set, everything has been set, guys, you have to start networking. It is imperative that you network. Networking is not only about, like, your cycle. You have to make, it's not only about, like, your cycle, your friends, your people that claim that they are introverts, and that if you don't have those, if you don't have, like, brothers and sisters that are living out here in the States, for you people that claim that you don't have all those, you have to network, guys. Interact with people in your church group, interact with people online, follow channels that will create impact on your life. You don't go and you're following channels, people, I'm not saying you should not follow your favorite celebrities or who, but are those people creating impact in your life? Will you be able to slide into this person's DM and tell them that you have won the DV lottery for them to host you? Would they be able to, would they be willing to host you? So those are the kind of things you have to put in mind, guys. It is very, very important that when everything is set in place, like your DV lottery, if you know you've won the DV lottery and all those things, you have to network, you have to interact with people, follow people online. As I said, go to, like, okay, fine, I'm a Cameroonian and I'm from Mancon, that's my village, right? I'm from the northwest region of Cameroon. I can go to Facebook and I follow I can follow people from the northwest region of Cameroon. I can follow their channels, that people from the northwest region of Cameroon that are based here in the States. I follow their channels and be like, hey, so I interact, I comment, I comment on their page. I mean, I comment on their stuff. Like, we talk, like, follow people that will impact you. And once that is done, when the DV lottery comes out, you can be like, hey, because, you know, people, networking is how people meet lots of friends, people meet various people. In fact, people meet spouses through networking online, through Instagram, through Facebook. So in Facebook and Instagram or whatever social media platform you use can be the space for you to be able to get your host, guys. Make use of it. Don't only go there, watch videos and laugh and crack, but use it. It can also be a force for you if you're intending to come here. It can also be like a place for you where you're going to find your host. So yes, when that time comes, you just slide into their DMs, you ask them nicely, like, hey, I won the TV lottery. Can I come stay with you? Is it possible I stay with you? If they say no, you ask them nicely, please, do you know anybody that will be willing to host me? Do you have any friend, any person you can recommend me to? Like that. And you cannot tell me that with all those people that you've been networking with, nobody's is going to it's going to turn an eye. At least one person will be amongst that group that is going to come up and say, hey, all right, fine, I've got this person and this person, this person. That is how you do it. Networking is very important. Don't claim to be introverts. Don't claim to be introverts. Yes, help is out there. You cannot stay in your house on your bed and help will come meet you there. So yes, networking is another way you can find a host. And you can also find, for those who have like relatives that are living abroad, yeah, that one is easy for them. Like, I mean, for those who have brothers, siblings, it's easy for them. They can just go to their brothers' houses, like they can travel, come with their brothers, and so. And for those who don't have brothers or siblings that are living here, ask your friend's friend, because in your friend group there must be one. But in fact, there's a 50% chance that you must know somebody. Your friend must know somebody that lives in the States. So ask them to ask their friends that live in the States if they can host you. And guys, bringing it now down to the big question: who is a good host? To me, I'm talking from my own point of view, from my own experience, as I said, because I've been in that position. A good host is somebody that is willing to help you, like to show you the road, to show you the ropes, to be able to climb up to the ladder. A good host is also somebody that is willing to take you into their homes, nurture you and guide you. I think it falls almost under the same point. Like, generally, it's just somebody that is able to show you the ropes, lead you on, like making sure, wanting you to grow, to wanting you to become somebody. Because it's not everybody that you move into their houses and they are going to give you like show you the ropes. No, not all of them. Not everybody living in the States to do that. We have heard of horror stories on how people come, like us TV lottery winners who come here, will end up doing babysitting for our hosts. We end up becoming their nannies. We end up being their house helps. We end up like doing crazy things for our hosts. And that is not the essence of why we all move to the States. So you see, if you can have somebody that will put you through, guide you through, that is going to be like, it's going to be a plus for you. Because I came and I was so lucky that my host too was somebody that, if not of the COVID, I would have started working immediately. But because of the COVID and the way things were, I stayed in getting a job. Because most of the time when you come into a host's house, she'll be like, oh, okay, fine. You take these 2 weeks to rest. The next week or the week after, we'll start looking for a job. Those are people that are serious about you getting on your feet and becoming your own person. And I know so many people will be asking like, so how do you know this kind of person? How do you know if this person is going to be willing to help me? On how do you know if this host is a good host? Guys, before asking someone to be your host, okay, for example, if you have a large number of people that could possibly be your host, this is something I want you to sit down, like with the options you have, choose, talk with them, like ask them their expectations of you. Talk, like have a sincere, like heart-to-heart conversation with them, like what do they expect of you? How is your stay with them, how is it going to be? Because some horses, once you sit down with them, they tell you, okay, fine, within the period of 6 months you'll be out of our house. So within that period of 6 months, they will tell you that, okay, fine, we will help you get a job, we'll help you get a job, we'll help you, like we'll help show you like the roads and everything, so that by 6 months you'll be out of our house. So those are the things that you have to have those conversations with them. And not only that, you have to ask them, like, is there anything you expect of me? Do you expect me to start paying rent after 2 months? Do you expect me to start paying rent after the first month? Like, you have to talk with them. Do you expect me to babysit your kids? Like, talk with them. Do you expect me to cook? Because most of the times the way say expectations is what causes most marriages to fail. It's not only in marriages, in most relationships, expectations, high expectations are things that causes relationships causes relationships in general to fail. So you have to talk with your host to be to find out like what they expect of you. And you also have to be open with them to tell them like, okay, fine, these are the kind of things I'll need. This is the path I want to follow, so that they might too be able to help you, to direct you, to guide you on that path you want to go. So in general, I'm going to just tell you that a good host is somebody that is willing. A good host is somebody that is willing to open their doors for you, to guide you through, like to help you get on your feet quick, and who is always going to be willing to give you the information you need for you to succeed. That is who a good host is. And I hope you learned one or two things from this video. And as I said, before moving into someone's house, don't expect anything from that person. This is America. Before somebody even tells you to buy this, you should know that if milk is finishing the house, you should get it. This is America and nothing is for free. So always be willing to give on helping hand if you're staying with somebody. So those are my 2 cents thought on how to know a good host or who is a good host. And remember, another thing I also want to make mention of the fact that for some people, if you have your money to rent while coming to the States, right? And because it's a must that you must have an address before submitting the DS-260 form, you might get a friend to give you their address, then you put on it. And when you come to the States, if you have your money, I mean, once since you have your money and intend to rent, you can rent and then you change your address because once you get into the port of entry, they're going to actually if you intend to stay at the same address. If yes, okay, fine, you give them that same address. But if within that time your friend had already looked for a place for you to stay, then you can give them the address of your new place. But you have to make sure that an address must be, and you must have an address to be able to submit your DS-260 form because that is where your green card and that is where everything will go. But as for when I came into the States, my address was changed at the port of entry because the place I put on my DS-260 form was not the same place I was going to live at. That is why I'm telling you that you can change it. Yeah, you can change your address if you can change your address. It's possible to change your address. So guys, in general, that's what I had for you on who a good host is. I hope that you learned 1 or 2 things. Thank you guys so much. Yes, and see you all on my next one. Bye.